All right, let's go.
Yes.
Welcome to Fans Perspective, episode 32. I got my boy Bogey in here. Got my boy AG. How boys feeling today, man?
Man, big chilling. You know what I'm saying?
Blessed.
It's my little bro right here. You know what I'm saying? My big little bro. You know what I mean?
Yes, sir.
I've seen him grow up. You know what I mean? We were neighbors for a long time. We're in the
Okay.
small confines of this thing. Oh yeah, actually, shout out Bones too, right there. You know what I mean? Bones, you know what I mean? He's a champion, you know what I mean? But yeah, so just because I'm sure in the comments will be like, look at these motherfuckers is snugged up in the
We got a big space but small area.
Yeah, but we live and we live. What's happening? New York City.
What's happening, California? You know what I'm saying?
Let's go, right? Coast to coast with it.
Man.
Definitely. All right, so it's really just one topic I want to get into, but before I want to continue the conversation we just had with the rap, right? Where we at with it right now, right? Now, I was saying with the West, they got the spotlight on them right now, and I'm glad that they're bringing lyricism back and bringing quality rounds back, because New York niggas back then, we was pardon my language, but we was on the type of time where it's like, yo, y'all gotta be lyrical because that holds the value.
Gotta be saying something.
Exactly.
It holds the value. Like if you want your album to sell just 1-2 years, 5 years max, cool. But if you want your album to be revered over time, you gotta have good lyrics. You gotta be talking about something. You know what I mean? And I felt like, I don't care however they think, but I felt like Atlanta wanted to, not Atlanta, but down south in general, they wanted to bring the bar down so they could get in the game, because lyrically their skill set wasn't at that level. But we was trying to say, like, listen, bring the skill set up to that level because it'll make your music last longer. You know what I mean? It just didn't come across like that. You know what I'm saying?
I have a theory on this. So if the West Coast is like quote unquote on top right now, air quotes, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's kind of like early 90s, right? And then when Pac died and the bad boy uprise, and in the East Coast, we got the commercial East Coast reign of terror. You remember that?
I'm gonna tell you something about that, right?
Yeah, but hold on, I'm getting to it. All the while, we did have like Outkast and some guys that did have lyrical content and have something to say out of the South, but
Definitely.
it wasn't gonna get like on the forefront. Of course, critical acclaim, but it wasn't gonna get on the forefront because when Diddy and them took it back from the West at that time, when they took it over, bro, that shit they were doing was larger than life, being around the world and yeah. Remember that?
No, I get it, right? But
yeah, bro.
You see, like, I'm from Brooklyn, right? And I don't, even though Diddy did what he did for New York, right? Diddy didn't represent
on the commercial level.
For sure. Diddy didn't represent what Brooklyn was really about. Biggie was the only one that really represented that. You know what I'm saying? Like the street. You feel me? Diddy didn't represent that as a whole, but he made good music and we appreciate him for his contributions, but he didn't represent how we really move in Brooklyn. I think Jay would have been more of or 50 would have been more of a authentic representation. You know what I'm saying? Like they represent the street. That's what that's what we was more or less championing. You know what I mean? So
I like that you pointed it out too, because remember with the Reasonable Doubt era, and then right after it was like kind of the mafioso Jigga era. Remember that? And then when he got on, he went right back to what Brooklyn was. Right? Remember like the Life and Times era and all that shit? He's rocking the street shit again. You know what I mean? He's not wearing the big shiny suits and all that.
Yeah. But you know what?
You're talking ahead of my time.
What you talking
about? Hey, AG, how old are you? When were you born?
See, I'm 29, so I was born in 96. So
okay.
All this shit that you guys are saying, like I remember like I listened to T.I., Jeezy, that shit, Ludacris. See, they all Southern though, you know. So
Yeah.
That was when he was like 9 years old.
Exactly.
That is kind of crazy. You see the contrast. He's from Inglewood, but when he was growing up, and it was just West Coast period. Let's just say that, right? He's growing up in the West Coast at 9 years old and 10 years old. His influence of music is the South, and that's kind of crazy, right? Because that was what was going on commercially, right?
At that time, yeah, for sure.
And before the trap, you want to know what caught the South? What the South really? It was Lil Jon and the snap music.
The snap music. That's what really.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. That's what really got him on. You know what I'm saying?
In the commercial level, because everything they were doing was already going on.
Yeah.
But then now the eye's gone on it. You know what I mean?
Next. You know what I mean? Like, see, in the 90s, it was more or less like the biggest two coasts was the West Coast and the East Coast. I'm pretty sure you know that. You know what I'm saying? The West Coast to me was the starting of gangster rap. East Coast, we stepped out with the hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Just rhyming over beats. You know what I'm saying?
There was like reality rap is what they called it.
Reality rap. We was rapping about what we lived about. If we worked a regular job, we rap about that. You know what I'm saying?
You remember even Curtis Blow broke the glass everywhere. Talking about that was moving.
Just don't care. Yeah, definitely. Like, and that's.
See, I feel like the rap today, I feel like they actually live in that life. It's just how they're layering the music. It's not something that everybody could gravitate to. And that shit is like, after so much you hear all that auto-tune, that shit is annoying.
I'm gonna tell you,
no, it's all good.
Now I'm gonna give you a piece of what I feel messed up the culture.
Okay.
They used to have something called A&Rs. You know what I mean? And it was artist development. That's what it was. So they would take an artist from the street and they would make that sound good enough to where the world would love it. He might rap, he might be good lyrically, but he might not have the type of sound to cross over the mainstream. And artist development was the position that, you know, that person played. That's what they did. They helped the artist get from the street to the mainstream. Irv Gotti was a big A&R back then. You know what I mean? And it's a whole host of them.
This is kind of cool because he's 29 years old and he makes music, but he doesn't know for sure because he exists where there's no A&Rs, right? So check this out. Imagine this, right? This is what an A&R is. I am an A&R, right? So let me explain this, right? I'll be like, hey, bruh, I got this beat for you, bro. Or even P, right? Hey, he'll send us a beat. I need y'all on this, right? Y'all, this is y'all right here, right? That's A&R. Or he might be like, hey, AG, I need you on this. Hey, Bogart, need you to work on AG on this. Like, A&R will bring pieces together. They're painting the picture while the artist could be the artist, but then they're gonna switch up the canvases, so to speak, right? Or even like, hey, you need to work with this producer, he's popping. Work with this producer, he's popping. Or, hey, we need to get this singer on the hook. Hey, we need T-Pain.
But see, the thing is, I don't see that
late early 2000s.
Yeah. No, I don't see that as a bad thing, though. It's just like I said, it's up to the artist to produce what they do. Like if they
but the point is, see,
they make you a star.
You're saying now. See, back then, when you actually got a record, go lift your arm or something, you know, hit that fucking sensor, move, bang, bang, bang. There it is, right? So like, look, it's back in the days, bro. When you get a record deal, bro, they're gonna have these pieces in place, and one of the most important chess pieces is the A&R, because he's gonna, you know what I mean? He's gonna be, and he's in tune with the streets too. What's popping?
No, for sure.
Yeah, they literally made you a star. So they got you the right producers. The shit that rappers get clowned for now these days, like Drake, where they say, "Oh, he got ghostwriters, he got people that bring him certain production."
That's a good
that's a good A&R.
Yeah.
So whoever is A&R for Drake, they're doing their job. That's how most artists blew up back then. When they took that out, because it was the rise of when they were stealing the music, man. What's that joint called?
There was like Napster.
Napster, yeah. So once Napster and all them came out, people realized, oh, I ain't got to buy the record.
Platforms in the future too.
Yeah, I ain't got to buy the record no more. I could just get it offline.
Yeah.
So a lot of artists felt like, okay, well, we're gonna go independent because we don't really need the record label. We could just sell our stuff direct to consumer because the albums, you know what I'm saying, the album sales is getting affected by people online. You feel me? So
Right.
now the labels, they came back and said, okay, well, if y'all feel like y'all don't need us and y'all feel like y'all can go independent, we're gonna take away the A&R aspect. And let me see if y'all still become stars. So I'm gonna pick two artists, right? SZA and Lil Durk, right?
Okay.
When they first started out, they didn't sound nowhere near how they sound now.
Nah.
Yeah, for real.
Because they had to hone their sound by themselves. They had to figure it out.
Some of the best A&Rs are artists too. Also because being a good A&R means you're tapped in too.
Yeah, but you got to know the
like,
sound that people want to hear. You got to know how to cross over the mainstream.
When you're tapped in, so you can be like, oh, you know what? Let me hook you up with French Montana, and French Montana here's Dirk, and then that was Dirk's first like big co-sign.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Boom.
But
also,
Dirk had to figure his sound out by himself.
Yeah, but also because of like when it comes to that little like crew back then in like the early 2011, 12 era, it was when Chief Keef blew up, everyone just wanted a piece of it too. So like that was French's version of it. Like, all right, let me go get Dirk. And I don't think he even actually ever signed him, but that's Dirk was smart for that.
But that's cool. Everything don't have to end with a signing. Sometimes you just
like,
learn the game.
Just show the love.
You just learn the game.
For real. You just need to be seen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes they bring you out to open up on shows and you get your face out there, you know what I mean? But if you listen to Dirk back then with all that auto-tune and you listen to Dirk now, it's like night and day. If you listen to SZA back then,
he's rapping for real now.
If you listen to SZA back then and how she sounded, and you listen to her now, night and day. You know what I mean? And that come from
you ain't lying,
them developing as an artist. The only thing the A&R did is they saved you that time, that 5 years, 7 years it would have took for you to develop as an artist. They did it in 1 or 2 years because they had the connections. They knew everybody. You know what I mean?
It's like having a good coach, like an offensive coordinator,
a good coach. Yeah.
You got
like having that.
You got the head coach, you got the offensive coordinator. So you sit with the offensive coordinator and says, all right, what's our plan of attack right here? You know what I mean? And then they put you in the proper positions to succeed. And then the head coach just oversee it, which would be like the label, you know what I mean? And the offensive coordinator being the A&R, like and it sucks because the more and more music stopped making money, those things got ixnayed, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It became, like I remember when like Kevin Gates was first like popping, right? It's like maybe like 2013, 14 when I first heard of him. And I saw a video, they're in the studio and he was working with Mozzie and some other cats. And then as soon as they're done with the song and the engineer's mixing it and it goes, okay, we're about to press it up. He goes, all right, shoot me the IPIs, the individual parties number, right? So when you publish a song, you send the splits. And then I go, man, I love that because we were already doing that shit. You know what I'm saying? Even when me and you do tracks, with Prime, we got the splits going, pause, right? Big pause. But then, you know what I'm saying? And then, that's what I'm saying though, is like, because then it started to ixnay those other motherfuckers. You know what I mean? Now we just rock it. Motherfuckers don't even have to be in the studio together. Be like, all right, look, I'll lay this, I'm going to send it to you. You know what I mean? Sending me back. Then next thing you know, when it's done, all right, I'm going to send you the email for the split. You feel me? And it just be like, but it's also impersonal too.
I mean, for me, I just like good music, bro. So I'm a hard critic. If it ain't good, I ain't messing with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I can see somebody trying to get there, but I like good music. I like people that put effort into what they do. You know what I'm saying? I don't like people that just play with this rap stuff and just feel like this is some side hustle they can just get into because they're trying to get out the streets. Nah, some of y'all got to stay in the streets or go get a job.
That's like, all it is. Now they just trying to get a little walkthrough bag, like shit.
Yeah, like that's whack because you're bringing down the value of what this industry can really do for your life.
For real.
You know what I'm saying? Like you just in here for a walkthrough bag when you can get feature bags, you can get overseas touring bags, you can get publishing bags. Like, come on, man. You're going to throw the whole bag away just to get one piece? because you don't want to step your game up in the studio and make some real like people want to listen to. Come on,
That's
man.
what I'm saying.
Well, see, I feel like they
jacking
still
that.
going overseas. It's just like some of the ones like Lil Baby, or I can't even think of any artists right now.
But Lil,
But they be merged
Lil
with
Baby
people.
though.
They're not just
Even
headlining
just
the
saying
tour.
Lil Baby though, he's with like what's it called? He's with T something. What's the management?
Homie that was signed that signed the Migos. P.
Yeah.
There you go. There it is.
No.
Yeah.
But he's not headlining the tour though. They always gonna have
No, they're gonna attach him to everyone else that's popping though. You know what I mean? To keep him in the mix type of shit. You know what I'm saying?
See, this the thing, right? You can promote the hell out of somebody, but if they not that strong of an artist, it's gonna show.
For sure, yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So if they can't headline a tour, it's gonna show. And they be like, you know what? Maybe you should headline this next tour. Maybe you should just.
You know what's crazy too? You can't even do a tour. You can't even get booked for a tour if you ain't popping in certain. Like they go, oh, we're gonna do a tour of the Southwest. They're gonna check your numbers in the Southwest. Like, who is rocking with your music? Oh, okay, we can't book you. You know what I mean? Like, you gotta be popping. Like, because the numbers will show it too. And you know what I'm saying? And we're living in a day and age too where it's like, that's the new payola. Is the the labels just they're gonna bot it up. You know what I mean? You know, we got fucking your hero Drake. Is that your hero?
Nah, I fuck with Drake.
No,
He said,
I always like the fucking like, hey man, you like Drake? I like Drake, man. Fuck him. But anyway, man, you're 29 years old, so you know what I mean. He's
I grew up on Drake,
I'm not knocking you. You know what I mean?
So like,
but
okay.
I mean, but even Drake right now is going through the label woo-wop because he has been the puppet this whole time. Hey, go do work with this guy, that guy. Then like he'll get artists popping and then they'll sign them to UMG. It's so crazy.
But the artists that he works with, they're not my fault.
Go grab another round out the freezer. Go ahead, my bad, Slim. I'll be right back.
Mm-hmm.
Now I was saying like the artists that Drake worked with, they're not on like talent level, in my opinion. You know, to keep it going longevity. That's just me.
I think Drake is intelligent, right?
Yeah.
I think he got a lot of good people in his corner, but I think when people say like academics and all, and when they say, "Oh, well, Drake looked out for all these artists and he put all these artists on and this, that, and the third," no, fam, he was extracting the energy from them and using it for yourself.
No, that's real though. That's real.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But then when your battle,
I'm here with you.
Yeah, your battle against Kendrick was just a battle against Kendrick. And if people that you did songs with liked the song, why are you mad at them? They knew you was using them. Yeah. See, the thing is, I think Drake think people ain't privy to what he's doing. He thinks people don't know what he's doing. And they do, and they move like it. And he's angry at that because he's like, "Well, I look out for y'all." No, you did not. You came over here. You came over here and you linked up with all these street rappers because you wanted validation, fam. Let's keep it a buck.
That's real shit.
Okay, you seen the validation. You seen the type of energy that Dirk and all these street rappers was getting, and you wanted a piece of that. So the only way that you could get a piece of that, hey, feature them on the song. And then you take the song. I heard Drake singing Jamaican the other day. I said, "What?"
I heard a new Spanish joint from Drake. Actually,
you see what I'm saying? So,
now, but what's crazy though, like what really though made Drake like confident or whatever you want to say, but when he like went against Meek though, Meek didn't even respond. You know what I'm saying? So that kind of like boosted up his ego a little bit.
It did.
Here's the thing. Meek responded, but it was really whack. And like,
I was hurt when Meek didn't respond, bro. I was like, damn, bro.
Drake made it to where he had a diss song that actually got into rotation, heavy rotation.
Yeah, but Meek, when Meek and Drake was going at it, Meek lost because he was angry and unfocused.
Yeah.
That's why he lost. Meek is nasty lyrically.
No,
but
he's over it,
yeah.
for sure.
But it's like going into
he was on the perks.
Yeah, and it's like going in allegedly. It's like going into
Allegedly.
It's not.
it's allegedly, man.
No. He's very vocal about him getting.
Yeah, we gonna I'm gonna let him say it.
Yeah, that's allegedly.
But it's like a boxer going into a ring and they're being angry and they're being unfocused. You're loud. You're guaranteed to lose that match. So that's what happened to me.
Fist, son. Daniel's son. My bad.
But the thing is, like, see, with Drake, once he met real competition, the first thing that I felt like was super corny was when he was going, you and Pusha T was going at it. You engaged. Pusha T said what he said. You said what you say. Y'all engaged. Then you allowed Jay Prince to get involved. I ain't never seen that in hip hop. Right. And there was no threats being thrown back and forth. It was just skill against skill. Skill set against skill set.
He threw the first shot too. Drake.
All right. You know what I'm saying? So
talking between Duppy and Pusha?
Yeah, Duppy.
Yeah.
Yeah, so
that's what the song's called, Duppy Flow or something like that.
Yeah, Pusha been baiting them though. Pusha been baiting the whole Cash Money.
Duppy means like, it's funny because Drake will try to go like, super entendre, like with like encrypted. Duppy is like a gypsy demon like name.
Yeah, we don't know none of that stuff, man. This is America over here.
Because it's not Jamaican for real.
We don't know none of that. Thing. I ain't never even heard of that. And I've been living around Jamaicans my whole life. I ain't never heard of that. You know what I mean?
You feel me?
But at the end of the day, once you met real competition, you took the sucker route, bro. You didn't take your L with stride. You took it. You was a sore loser. And the timing of your lawsuit, I'm not even saying that you may be right with your lawsuit. You may be all the way right, but your timing is off. Now it looks like you suing the rapper, and I kind of feel like I know what the label did. They seen Kendrick. Y'all both was signed. Because Kendrick left TDE, and they both were signed to the same distribution label. Yeah, so they took the money from Drake and put it behind Kendrick. Whoever was winning the battle, that's who's gonna put the bag behind it. Did the same thing with Cardi B when Nicki Minaj and her was signed to the same distribution label, Atlantic. Yeah. They took the money from Nicki, they put it behind Cardi. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So okay, you just made me think of something. Check this out, Slim. You remember the first one of the push-ups, the weak ass push-up song, right?
Yeah.
He kept saying something about Taylor Swift, right? Oh, you can't do nothing unless Taylor drops first, all the shit, right? Because they're on the same label. It's hella funny because his angle was like the behind the scenes shit with the big chess pieces being moved. And it feels like he knew those chess pieces were going to be moved against and not in his favor, especially when you're at the last end of your deal. So he makes a new deal, and that was part of the push-up song. Like, I just signed for $400 million or whatever the fuck. He's been on tour ever since because you have to recoup that money. So you're going right to work. So all the shit that he says, like he's doing this Pinocchio bullshit right now, whatever he's doing, bro.
Yeah,
you were the guy.
The ice boxer, Ice Dan, or whatever. I wasn't doing none of that. I watched it. It was no. But I feel like the way. I don't even know if Drake could even come back from this loss because of the way that he took the loss. You took the loss like a sore loser. Then you started suing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
You know what I
mean? The song, What Did I Miss? Is that on Universal?
Which one?
Can you Google that for me one time? Yeah, phone on.
What are you talking
Google the song, the Drake song, What Did I Miss? The new song, because that shit was like #2 on the billboards. So it's like... where is he at?
He got fans. He got fans, but it's like,
yeah, for sure. But it's kind of crazy because it's like, is that purely his fans, or is he got the machine still doing his thing? You feel me?
But look,
like,
it's
you're
like
#2 right now.
But look, it's like T.I. when T.I. caught the gun charge, and people, was thinking that he told. He got fans, but his career was never the same after that. You feel me?
He had to get Rihanna on that album.
Yeah, he had
to drop stuff with like some substance. He can't be dropping all this like he's trying to act young. Like even with the
you grew up on Drake. You grew up on Drake. Have you seen the growth in his music? Like now you're 29. You've probably been listening to Drake since 2008, right? essentially, right?
Yeah. I mean, we all seen Drake's life, so it's like it's kind of hard to and you see him grow, yeah. But it's at some point he's so musically. No, I mean now he's kind of declining because there's no substance behind it. But he has some tracks though.
Oh yeah,
he got some joints.
Yeah, he's a playlist guy.
Yeah,
he's a playlist god. I'll give him that. Put him on a playlist.
He's a hit maker.
Exactly.
There it is.
Exactly.
But he makes it on playlists.
Yeah, you know what I mean. You know,
that's exactly
but
what it is.
You know, I feel like he's gonna continue to make money. Rap is not like it was back in the days. You get big and you get high up, you know, you get big enough, you're gonna still make money whether you took a loss battle wise or not. You know, that somebody on the lower level, they might not be able to withstand that L. You know what I'm saying? They might lose money, lose contracts, lose certain things. But
when you sign a Drake for like a $400 million deal, right? There's a bunch of shit that requires for him to do.
Of course.
He's gonna tour the world.
Bit of that money out of you.
He's gonna have to make hits out of other artists coming up too that are like low key, under some umbrella that's under Universal, right? It's like, all right, go collab with AG and Bogart Scott Free and this and that. Hey, look, if Drake calls me for a feature, right? I promise you, bro, slap me, okay? Because I'm gonna do it, and I want you to hold me to it because I hate Drake.
I think Drake only reaches out when he feel like it'll be beneficial for him.
That's
you know what I'm saying. I don't think he does it on some charity shit. Like, you feel me?
But like I said,
no, but that's my bad. That's what goes back to what I was saying about him. The duties he needs to like fulfill. You need to go make platinum hits with some of these artists because you are our franchise guy.
Yeah. So what you were saying, AG?
No, what I was saying, like, it's up to the artist though to continue that ball, you know, to keep it rolling because you got to be good, you know. I mean, you can't just have a name. Oh, I'm just next to Drake. All right. Well, after a while, that shit's gonna be out. You know what I'm saying? Can you keep? If you make like what, an EP or shit? I don't even know, but
I mean, even
just throwing out singles. You know what I'm saying? Like, what's his name? Jeremiah. All he do is do singles and hooks and features, and I mean, like, but he's good though, and everybody calling for a feature.
Yeah.
But you just got to be talented. That's all it is. You know,
but see, it's nothing stopping an artist from dropping a body of work. Now, I don't know what kind of contracts they sign, so maybe I may be wrong in that aspect because they could sign contracts where you can't do this. I be hearing some of these contracts nowadays. I'm like, yo,
it's mostly developmental deals. It'd be like, all right, we're gonna sign you. You got to be popping first, right? So you're popping. Go, all right, we're gonna sign you for a single deal. Bong. And they put whatever behind the single, and if it doesn't catch fire,
that ain't that. No, not no more. They want to take over your social media, your YouTube. They want everything that's attached to you that's making money. They want a piece of it.
Oh, for sure. 360.
And you can't drop songs without their permission.
First. Go ahead, throw your hand up in the air. Right there, you got there it is. Oh yeah.
For sure.
Yeah, they can, and you can't make you can't drop songs without their permission. And some of them deals, some of them contracts and dudes be signing, like, you know. So it's a whole different ball game when it comes to them signing them label deals now. It ain't just you gotta
keep the songs coming and, you know, good content coming out. I don't see a problem not having the bag coming back.
But here's the thing,
you have to work. You have to work.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
if something's not working organically and they can't put the machine back, you know, they'll put the push behind it, right? So say it's like, all right, let's go get you featured with this podcast. You got a song popping. Let's go to get you with Kai Sanat, right? Drop in the bag. Boom, they play you a song. And if it doesn't catch traction, then they go, all right, boom, next motherfucker, right? Because at the end of the day, too, they would only have picked you up if you were already having motion.
But see, this is the thing. There's no more developing anymore. People got fake motion. That's the problem.
Exactly. Well,
everything starts.
Yeah,
everything starts from the music. All that other shit is secondary to the music. If you were artists, your social media, all of that is secondary to the music. You could have big following here, there, or whatever. But if your music is trash, you might want to try to find another lane to push that energy to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'm tired of people treating rap like it's just something that they should just get a quick bag off of. That's why they're not seeing the full
It's so
benefits
funny because
of
there's
the
no
game.
bags for them to get now.
Yeah, because
If you
them labels
rap-
ain't gonna be paying for BS, man. You know what I mean? They're not gonna be, and everybody don't got the funds to go super independent and really fund these projects like that. You could go on YouTube and drop a bunch of albums and develop a buzz, but people not even going hard like that no more. They drop a YouTube song. You a new artist, you dropping a song once a blue moon. Like I don't give a damn about you. There's too many other artists coming out.
It is.
You know what I'm saying? So who
That's
gonna
why
be
you gotta make
consistent?
that shit catchy. You guys shit gotta be like, damn, they gotta make a TikTok dance song if you know what I'm saying, in order to get a little buzz going. But
And once you reel them in, you gotta
But
keep them
imagine
there.
you
How you
trying-
gonna keep them? How you gonna keep them there if your music trash?
Exactly. It's
that,
like
that,
you almost have to like manufacture that song after the fact while you have this body of work you're about to submit. Like, all right, now we need the TikTok. Woo wow. Motherfuckers is doing the dance. They're doing a deodorant dance or some shit. Whatever the fuck it is.
Yo,
They're doing some
like,
shit. No aluminum. Fucking
it's like-
deodorant even. You know what I mean? They're going green.
shit crazy.
It's like Bud, bro. You gotta
Hella
sell the
strange.
hell out of some migs. But if somebody got fire, it's gonna sell itself. All he gotta know is that people know he got it. The first person get a hold of it and realize, nah, he really got it.
Yeah.
That's it. Everything else is automatic. But if you got garbage, you gotta sell garbage every day, all day. Mids, you gotta sell it every day, all day. So if you don't have the work ethic to sell that garbage or mids every day, all day, then you're gonna be out here just floating around on the internet. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, no, I hear you. And this is what I never understood with like, people like Jay-Z, Kanye. Well, I don't know. I don't know if they started on their own label or not. I mean, he had Rockefeller, right?
Yep.
Rock Nation and all that shit.
Oh my God, I raised you wrong.
Yeah, he did.
I raised you wrong. Yes, yeah, they had, and then even Kanye went on to have like good music, but they always had like a partnership with one of the majors, right?
But I say that to say though, like they didn't even. I don't see them trying to put in work to find artists. It's always like how you said somebody who's buzzing, but that artist is not good. I don't understand how they can't develop.
Yeah, because you can like make the buzz.
That's a lot of work.
Is it though?
That's a lot of work. Man.
Here's the thing.
Understand?
There is good music. People are super lazy to even like dig for it.
That's what it is. They
If
lazy.
it's not being peddled to them, like if it's not trending, they won't like. So you know what's so fucked up is like.
But you gotta understand. You talking about Jay? Jay ran a label for years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
How many artists he done signed? He done signed State Property, MOP. You know what I'm saying? Who else? Like Rihanna, and all these other artists,
Kanye,
like Kanye,
Rihanna.
like even the producers, they didn't got big messing
even
with
his
him.
time-
Just Blaze and all of them.
Got his shit going now.
Yep, Just Blaze, Freeway. Oh, you
Yeah.
said State Property.
Nah, that's real shit though. I hear what you're saying though.
Okay, how about this?
I can see
Then
that.
him as a Def Jam exec too. He is actually the one who hit the induction and induced the game with the South trap shit, bro. Jeezy, he signed Jeezy, right? Rick Ross, like you know what I'm saying.
I'm
T.I.
sign the
was
big
popping.
artists. Yeah. So my thing is like, if artists just get on this internet and just put in work and be consistent, they will have better outcomes. That's just how I feel. Because I'll listen to an artist, he'll drop a few joints, and then you're not hearing from him for the next 6 months. So
That's real.
you know what I mean?
Yeah. His name is Bogart Scott Free.
It's a lot of artists that has some motion that you don't hear from them after a while. You know what I mean? So that's the thing. But I think if the new artists get on that internet and work it like the block, you know what I'm saying? The outcomes will be better. The opportunities that you get off of it will be better because the labels will know that you're willing to put in that work. So if you're not working for them, you're gonna work for yourself, but that work won't get put in either way. But if they feel like they sign you and you're gonna get lazy, then they're just gonna put you on the show. Because it's a loss to them. It's not a gain for them if you're not dropping no heat. You know what I'm saying?
Money over there, yeah, no.
So that's how I feel about that. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the game is wide open. You know, we ain't had no summer hits, like no summer jams.
Yeah, it's crazy in like
Come
a
on,
couple
bro.
years,
Like,
bro.
what is this song?
All
For the
these
summer?
rappers.
That shit crazy, yeah.
No,
Like-
no, nothing for the summer. Damn, I wonder what the winter gonna look like. It's gonna be a cold winter. You know what I'm saying? Like,
You're a cold piece for that one. He said, "Look, hey, that was a bar." He's like, "Look, you know, hits for the summer's gonna be a cold winter, bro." They're waiting. They're so waiting for next year. You know, it's
they
crazy. We're
had
in
every
August.
summer for like 10, 12, what was it, 10, 15 years straight. Every summer.
We're about to have, I think we got, what, 3 more weeks of summer? 4?
You see what I'm saying?
It's about
And
to
the
be a
only
wrap.
thing I'm hearing on the radio is stuff that I've been hearing since early in the year.
It's
You
some
know
of
what I
them
mean?
ass too, yeah, no, for sure.
Some of them shits is ass. I'm gonna tell you one lane that's doing well though. R&B. R&B
Yeah.
they got some steppers in R&B, man.
Word.
From Jaquez to Chris Brown to SZA to Summer Walker.
Oh, yeah, you
You
went
know,
on.
they got some joints, man. You know what I mean? You know, her, Mooney Long, Bryson Tiller. Yeah, they doing their thing in R&B. You know what I'm saying? But they trying to put up quality music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
If you take a little time to make quality music, I understand that. But if you taking time to make trash, like how is you taking time to make garbage?
Yeah, no.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah. Here's another thing. Like, when I'm making a project, or any artist, when I'm making a project, sonically, they're going to align it track for track a certain way. And these days, it'll be like, all right, what's your best one? All right, we're going to put that first.
No.
You know what I mean? Where you can't
Yeah.
even like create a story with the music, right? Because the attention span, like, all right, we need to put the song that's gonna grab everyone first. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
that's
We'll see.
Especially if you're not already known. Because when you're known, you can start doing artsy fartsy shit. Like, you know, look at Beyonce. Oh,
that's
country.
true. Yeah, she can do that, but she got
Yeah.
bodies of work.
Yeah,
And
she
that's
has a good
exactly.
fan base. Yeah, exactly.
That's the thing. You can't
Yeah.
build a fan base without good bodies of work. That's why I don't care what people say about Nicki Minaj. She got good bodies of work. You know what I'm saying? So you can't get rid of her that fast. You know what I mean?
She's in those
Gotta-
conversations.
Yeah,
But
you
even
gotta
like,
have
I feel like as a new artist, if you're good at your craft, people will respect you stepping outside of your box. You know,
yeah.
if it's good too. You know, it's like especially if you get little cosigns from different genres.
Yeah.
There's been a couple artists. You know what I'm saying? If they, they reach out to different genres, you know.
Yeah,
we were
like
talking about-
Jello. Or not Jello, what's his name? The dude that Tech-9 signed first. He's like a country like rapper.
Wait, I think I know who you're talking about, man.
know what I'm
Man, he
talking
from
about?
Tennessee.
Yes. And he's from like
Jelly Roll.
Jelly Roll. There you go. That's why I said Jello
Yeah,
first.
that's a
Jelly
big
Roll.
artist.
Thank you. And he's killing it. He's like
That's a
No,
big
for
artist.
sure.
he crosses over. Yeah, it's just like he's actually a great example right now of artistry where you can just like genre bend and just do music. Like, hey,
That's a
go ahead
good
and wave that hand in the air and they're going, the force is strong with you. I need to like, you know what's funny is when I first moved here and I built this house with my bare
Yeah.
hands. And they asked me, do you want the sensor? And I say, yep. They said, are you sure? Yep.
He was like,
I regret that shit.
You can't
We
adjust
just
it?
Anyways, go ahead, Slim.
Yo, all right, so we're gonna get into this topic real quick.
Okay.
My only topic I'm doing tonight. Queso.
Queso. Oh.
Yeah, man. So, homie got caught up in a murder, and
What is this?
It's-
5 years ago now?
yeah, a couple of years ago, and his father testified on him.
That's what I was about to ask. That's someone with his father. Yeah.
So, I'm gonna play this.
Yeah, it's two of them, yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna play this little clip so we can
Go ahead. Run
get
it
up to speed on this right here. Fair use.
Following here at home.
Hardest thing,
Y'all can hear?
Yep.
hardest thing I ever had to do in my life.
A father testifying against his own son. Today in the Duval County Courthouse, Abdul Robinson Sr. testified against his son, Jacksonville rapper Hakeem Robinson, also known as ksoo. Robinson is on trial for the 2020 murder of Charles McCormick. Our Christina Burgess is joining us live now outside the Duval County Courthouse, and Robinson ID'd his son, Christina, as the shooter.
Yeah, Anthony, there were long pauses and deep sighs in court as Abdul Robinson Sr. identified his son Hakeem in the murder video from 2020. Robinson Sr. saying that he's cooperating because of some health issues, and he also wants to have a reduced sentence so that he can be there for his younger children.
Have a seat in that chair and speak clearly, verbally, and closely to that microphone.
It was a tense moment once Abdul Robinson Sr., father of Hakeem Robinson, took the stand.
Mr. Robinson, do you see your son Hakeem Robinson in the courtroom here today?
Yes.
Robinson Sr. testifying against his son as a part of a plea deal that could reduce his prison sentence from 30 years to 20. While on the stand, he revealed his reasons for taking the deal.
I got some health issues. I got 2 6-year-olds and an 8-year-old daughter.
The more intense parts of Robinson Sr.'s testimony came when he was asked to identify the shooter in the video of the 2020 murder of Charles McCormick that was captured on a dash cam video.
Who is the person that was captured on the video recording shooting Charles McCormick?
You got captured on a dash cam video. Anyway, let's get back to it.
Done.
My son.
What's your son's name?
Hakeem.
Is this easy for you to do?
No, this is the hardest thing I ever had to do in my life.
During cross-examination, the defense questioned Robinson's motives and his loyalty to his family.
You love your family, Mr. Robinson. That's what we just heard, right?
Yes.
I guess you love yourself. Right?
I'm not gonna lie.
Of course. Self-love first, right?
Robinson Sr. has already pleaded guilty to being an accessory in this case. On the stand, he admitted to burning the co-defendant's clothes they wore during the crime. He's also pleaded guilty in an unrelated case involving the death of a bicyclist. He could receive a lighter sentence for his cooperation in both cases.
Thank you.
And Robinson Sr. has been in custody since 2020. That time served will go towards his sentence that's expected on August 18th. Now, the trial will resume tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. here at the Duval County Courthouse. We'll bring you live coverage.
All right, so you already seen what happened with homie, right? Now, one thing that he did admit on the stream, on the court case when he was testifying, is that he was a confidential informant 10 years prior.
Oh my God, for real?
Yeah.
And he,
You know what I mean?
So this ain't nothing now.
Huh?
no. Here's what it is. That means that he was doing hella dirt and then giving up names for 10 years, but keep doing dirt because they'll let him exist.
You gotta handle him. You know what I mean?
Exactly. And then he gets his sons in the mix. Like, I mean,
Well,
not
no, he didn't
the
get his
mix,
son in the
but-
mix. This the thing,
Yeah.
right?
Okay, yeah.
When he testified, he said that he had no knowledge of what his son was about to do. He was giving his son a ride to somewhere, and he didn't have no knowledge that his son was gonna hop out and do that. Right? Now, I'm gonna say this. I come from the era where you didn't tell your parents what you was doing in the street.
Fuck no.
You
And
didn't
they're
even
that
get
age too.
you didn't even get them involved, right? If homie would have took that route and never would have got his peoples involved, I'm not saying he wouldn't have got caught, but I'm saying it would have been better for him that his father wouldn't know what he was getting into, and his father would. That's the one less person that could testify against him, because the first person that testified against him was his homie. You know what I mean? So he had co-defendants.
You got
and one of them flipped.
You know
what I'm saying? Now, I look at it like this. When you stepping like that, you should be able to, I don't know, man. In 90s, dudes would pull up Dolo in the car and get the booming. You know what I'm saying?
Facts.
And ain't nobody in the car with them. They gonna, you know, so now if they have to take that to trial, you have to prove without the shadow of a doubt that that person did what they did. You know what I mean? But when you got co-defendants, that's one more person that can throw you under the bus. Because you don't know if your homie.
You know what's the most fucked up too? He has his brother with him, right?
Yeah.
And then so it's like if they're gonna ride, and you know, theoretically, brothers are gonna hold each other down.
Is your brother willing to do a life sentence? Most people are not willing to do a life sentence.
No. And then he gets to sing, and then here's the dad from helping them. He's like, nah, fuck that. Matter of fact, I've been an informant. He just reveals the curtain.
He was just talking about self-love. Like, there's your answer.
He was thinking about himself. You know what I mean?
All it was.
And you know, his dad was corny for that. You know, his dad been a sucker, but the thing is, ksoo should have never involved his dad in that. If you knew that you had that it's a possibility that you could spot somebody and hop out right then and there on them, your dad should not be in that car, bro. Because even if he didn't testify against you, right? He still got, if he never got caught up for nothing, he still got to be on the street. You don't think them boys will Swiss cheese him if they see him?
Facts.
Because in their mind, he the driver. I don't care what, I don't know what y'all was doing personally. I don't know, he was just giving you a ride. In their mind, he's the driver.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, that's the only thing
And his dad is with the shit. Like, and it's I
don't know about that. I don't know about that.
No. Hear me out. He's with the shit as an informant for 10 years.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's not really called being with the shit. That's called being a sucker. But at the end of the day, you there, Bogey? Bogey having a little technical difficulties. But you know, at the end of the day, like, I'm gonna wait for Bowie to come back. You know what I'm saying? You know, we'll continue. But you know, at the end of the day, man, I feel like ksoo would have been in a better position if he never would have indirectly involved his pops in that. You understand? So that's pretty much how I feel about that. Now, when it comes to his pops, I feel like him being an informant for that long, you know, ksoo was already fighting a losing battle. You know what I mean? He was already fighting a losing battle, man. So, you know, I hope everything work out for him. You know, I can't say whether it would or won't. It ain't looking good. Homie got convicted. Hopefully he able to come back on the pill, do what he do. But, you know, hopefully it work out for him, man. But it ain't looking too good, you know. And that I think the young cast is out there right now. They should be just looking at this stuff and paying attention. Like, at the end of the day, you don't become a rapper, entertainer, all that to turn around and travel backwards and get caught.
Bang, there he is. We good?
Back in action.
Yeah, you tapped out for a minute there.
Yeah, we got plunged into the matrix. Yeah, huh?
Damn,
Go ahead, hit that. Go ahead and hit that force. The force is strong within you. There it is.
You gotta get like a permanent sensor.
I mean,
yeah, I was wondering if you had like the thing, the dial on it where you can turn it off. Or you can like,
no, it's just like you hit the switch and it starts like a button, right? So you like when they asked me, like, we can put the switch or we can leave this button thing, and I didn't want them changing. I was like, just leave it.
He's trying to get to his house.
You know how I am too. Like, get out of my house. I'm like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah, it's a switch. All right, all right, it's cool. Get out. I'm just mosey on.
Now you gotta wave your hand in the air like you don't care.
I know, I'm over here down with OPP now.
But yeah, like I think the youngest should take a look at this trial, man, and realize, like, yo, like, these people are not playing out here. Technology is too great to think that you're gonna be out here stepping on shit and getting and just you going what? So what? You know what? With it? Because I seen him drop his head in court, and I'm like, I don't know why he's surprised. Because what you thought you was gonna step on man shit and then just go live a happily ever after? That's not how that go.
Hell no.
Yeah, for real.
They'll track your position. Fools bringing their phones and shit around. It's like, bro, that shit crazy as hell.
Then on top of it, you know, people going on rap records and all that, talking about their exploits in the street. That shit gonna come back to bite you in your ass when the trial come around. Because some states don't use lyrics, but some do. And then if y'all reckless enough to put something on the internet, then y'all reckless enough to talk on the phone. Y'all reckless enough to leave evidence around. Y'all reckless enough to leave fingerprints in places. Are y'all really ready? Are y'all really ready to be criminals, or are you just playing around? Because you're gonna get that time whether you playing or not. You feel me?
You know, my whole thing with these rappers too is like, man, okay, just like, you know, it's entertainment. Just say that now.
You can't use that no more.
But that's what it is, though.
Because if your music is connected to murders that's happening in real life, how can you say it's just entertainment?
That's exactly what that shit is, bro.
Like, what y'all think these police stupid? You say key things that happen in that particular case that's a cold case right now, and they use those key things and they uncover more evidence and more
and
things.
they won't even release certain things.
No, they won't.
And then the moment that certain things pop up, like in the lyrics, that only the people that would know that was there, they go, oh shit, here's something that we never told the public, but they talking about it in this lyrics. Bong.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Like it's
Exactly. I thought they was trying to get Thug though. They was trying to hold his lyrics against him. At times, I'm like, that shit crazy.
Yeah,
he copped out.
That shit
good
crazy.
for him, I guess.
You got a lot of probation.
You know what's fucked up too? That almost like kills his like career too, because now you can't you know
can't really move around.
Gangster rappers like be around and say certain things. Like
people got to be able to see you in this era, because if you know, like I said, if the music is not selling like it used to, then you have to be present. Touring is the only way you're going to be present. And if your PO is not letting you move around like you usually used to moving around and get that money and do them shows, how you gonna get paid? You know what I'm saying? I think with Thug, you didn't vet a lot of them cats that was around you. They was only around you for fringe benefits. They wasn't really down with you. How damn near your whole team told on you.
What do you want on the whole tour after? It's like
Damn, I'm talking about down to the family members, down to the person that started the crew.
Damn,
that's weak sauce, man.
And then how do you even rap after that too? As far as like
Kane.
Yeah, you know what's crazy? Because Thug actually was like a crossover artist too. You know what I mean? Like he actually like had like the hits with like, you know, pop joints. You know what I mean?
But you know what? Let me tell you something. Like when you getting a lot of money, you know, look at the rappers that came before and try to take people look at all the other stuff they do. Try to take from the good parts of the things that they do. When a rapper from our era, the 90s and all that, when they got a lot of money, they made sure for the most part, they had a clear head so they could see things clear, because money can blur a lot of things, right? Mm-hmm. But if you high all the time, how can you see that your man over here is weak? Or your man over there is throwing you under the bus to somebody else? You know what I'm saying? How can you see things clear when you high all the time? You can't. So you end up having a bunch of motherfuckers around you.
And then there's Future. There's Future who's like on top of the game, and their kids are like, yeah, I can see like Future.
Nah, for real shit.
And do all the drugs.
But
Future, see, the thing is, he said he don't even do the drugs. He just like to rap about it.
He might have said
but I feel like he'd be doing that.
You're supposed to say that.
I don't know, man.
You're supposed to say that.
That was a strategic interview to say that, bro.
You're supposed to say that. You're supposed to say that. You know what I mean? And I think Future learned early with OG Double D. You know, that was one of the
He's
big
40.
guys. Yeah, I don't know if y'all remember OG Double D, but that was one of the top guys in free band game. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, okay.
That's where Future comes from. That was a crew that he was part of, was free band game.
And like Rocco, what was the other guy?
Rocco was around.
Okay.
Mozzie was around, light skinned Mozzie that got killed. Like they was all messing with each other. You know what I'm saying? And OG Double D got killed on the highway in Atlanta. You know what I mean? And I think Future went through a lot that woke him up early. So when he got in the game, he knew how to move.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? But a lot of these dudes, they taking their first steps in gangsterism when they become a rapper. So now when you make mistakes, everybody sees it. You know what I'm saying? Including law enforcement. So you're not even able to make your little mistakes or your little slip-ups on the low and get back on track. You got the whole world watching.
Or let alone that your dad is an informant for 10 years. Fuck.
But think about it. What son have you ever thought, let me look my dad up and see if he got paperwork on him? Like, who thinks about stuff like that?
They just think their dad is the shit. He's with the shit. He got all these things going on. You know
Listen, ksoo got blindsided by his pops. ksoo, well, his pops blindsided ksoo, and ksoo blindsided him, and his pops blindsided ksoo. He didn't know ksoo was gonna hop out and do that allegedly, and then ksoo didn't know his pops was an informant. So they blindsided each other.
Oh my God, it's so bad.
You know what I'm saying?
Now here's his dad like getting out of it, fucking using his sons as an expense. What is it called? The trade token.
But I ain't
still got a long sentence to go though. It's only what he just got in, 20?
Yeah.
So he knocked it down from what was his original sentence?
20. They're trying to
hit
so the dad.
The dad. Didn't he have like a higher sentence than 20?
No, they're trying to hit the dad.
Yeah, he did some time.
Like after the fact. What do they call that? An accessory.
Yeah, because some bicyclists got killed, and he pled out to that at the same time as him testifying.
Damn.
Oh shit, he was just hitting all in one, but he had a coupon.
Yeah, he had all in one.
We're gonna go ahead and do the Groupon.
But it just
I got the promo code, but this motherfucker, he got the 30-day promo deal. It's like, I gotta do this right now, Judge, before the shit expires.
Yeah, but
that's just crazy.
The crazy thing is like you got Dirk going through his situation right now. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm hearing that OTF Vonnie, which is Von's cousin, is trying to take a plea deal. If you take a plea deal, where does that leave everybody else? What position does that leave everybody else in? Like, would you take a plea on what? Because if we all saying we ain't do the crime and you taking a plea deal, you basically admitting to a crime was committed. So now you put us in a bad position because now we got to fight against the state and we got to for the feds and we got to fight against what you said. So where does that leave everybody else?
It's every man for themselves. Like that shit crazy.
You feel me? And the thing is with Dirk, he worked hard to get in that position to be where he at before he got locked up. Working 2 jobs. I watched the Chicago documentary back then. He working 2 jobs, going to the studio. You know what I mean? Doing shows. Like he worked hard to get there, but you also worked hard to get in the position you went to. You going to the jails, allegedly bailing, putting money on dudes' books to get them out of prison, to put them in your camp. And then they're doing it, and then you can't keep control of these dudes because they are who they are. You know what I mean? They are who they are. Like I heard somebody say, yo, Dirk didn't have enough control over Von. You ain't gonna have no control over Von because you ain't like him.
Real.
Von is gonna do Von. And the way Von looking at Dirk is like, I'm really that. Yeah, you do your little thing out there, whatever, but I'm that though. So it's only to a certain level that I'm gonna allow you to tell me what to do. You see what I'm saying? To a certain extent. I don't know the rap game, so I got to listen to you in that aspect. But these streets, you're not going to tell me how to move around. You feel what I'm saying? So That's what it come down. And I hope these youngins is looking. You know what I'm saying? These dudes putting bread out there and getting people hit. Like they gonna hit. They gonna bury y'all like how they buried the mob. You know, they came up with the RICO in New York.
Everything got a thumbprint, B.
Bro, the RICO got created.
Doing it right.
The RICO got created because of the mob. It was because back then the hardest thing with the mob is that they didn't exist. You couldn't prove their existence.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? Once you prove that they existed, the RICO was created to take mafias down because they had their tentacles in on legal businesses. That means that if there's 5 legal businesses on this block, all y'all got to pay me 10% tax. Or your business might end up in flames. Somebody might, your leg might get broken out of nowhere. You know what I mean?
Right.
Somebody might come up missing. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's what the RICO was created for. But the people that's running around now, they not as sophisticated, but the same charge. The feds is making the same type of charges apply. So the RICO is a heavy charge. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it's guaranteed to clean up a whole gang. You know what I mean?
Gang enhancement is like baby RICO charge.
Yeah, that's the state version. You know what I mean? Yeah. Yeah. I never even heard of a state RICO until the Young Thug case ever in my life.
Facts.
A state RICO? I've never even heard of that.
We'll probably never hear it again because it failed.
She was going hard trying to get him in that.
She was, but she was also going hard. Rest in peace.
Yeah.
But I heard there was a connection between her and the dude that passed on Nut.
Yeah, Nut.
Yeah, so you know, I could kind of see how that go. You know,
yeah, compromise.
Yeah, she in her feelings. You know what I mean? But I hope the youngest is paying attention because it's like, yo, y'all, this is not a GTA server. There's no redo nothing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you're not a GTA server. Let's go.
Word, there ain't no redoing this, man. Like, you get caught up, that's it. It's over. You know what I mean? Like, you know, it's gonna be a lot more C murders in there, like free C murder, but it's gonna be a lot more C murders in there that's just riding the rest of their life out in prison because they ain't want to, move correctly out here. You know what I'm saying? Not moving right. Putting all your business out there on the internet. You know what I mean? I mean, hopefully, man, ksoo's able to come from under that situation, man. But I don't see it stopping. Because you know what I mean? Like, I don't see it stopping. And then homies, like, dudes ain't even trying to get no real money. When the violence back then came behind three things: money, power, and respect. That's what violence came behind. But people wasn't, people was wilding, but once they got on to making some money, they put that aside and get the money. You know what I'm saying? Like, dudes ain't even trying to get no money. Dudes not even hustling like that. I think it's a scam. And scamming ain't no hustle. I don't knock it. But it's not a hustle. The money comes sporadic.
Yeah. And they blow it all within like the damn day or next day or so. Like,
exactly. So if you don't know how to manage money, you just living from lick to lick. That's like being a robber. You hit a lick, you blow the money, you wait for the next lick.
Struggling, like, nah.
And then how long you gonna do that and you get caught up with the feds with the scam and shit, because that shit sending you straight to the feds. Then your restitution gonna be for all the money you done took.
Facts.
You know what I mean? So, they was just interviewing the drop queen the other day on Vlad. Like, I knew about her from way back then in Florida. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And her restitution is crazy. You know what I mean? She done did all that scamming with the IRS, with the taxes or whatever. But now she got a crazy restitution.
Money now.
Yeah, and they gonna come get that.
They gonna come get that.
She said she paying $25 a month right now, but for how long?
You start knocking them chunks out, them payments, right?
I'm
going to throw like a 75 this week.
And they know you can't earn that money regularly. That's why you did what you did. So now, if you don't come up with an idea to pay to clear that debt, then you're gonna be paying that debt for the rest of your life.
Yeah,
and that's federal money, so they're gonna come after everything for that.
Little bit of it.
Yeah, and they need that.
They need that. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, but cats ain't even hustling like that no more. You know what I mean? Certain cats is, but it ain't like it was back in the day. Dudes ain't hustling. They ain't doing shit off the books. You know, niggas lips loose. You know what I'm saying? They going in there telling me everything. I mean,
No, I was like, fucking, let's get this money. Like, what's wrong with these motherfuckers? They fucking the game up, man.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like it's crazy, and they got more opportunities to make money now than it was back then. Ever
in history.
A person go on TikTok,
Motherfuckers that
making a whole bag over TikTok, paying all their bills off of
They're
TikTok.
making money. There's someone like that everyone follows or something, and they're just making a lot of money for just being alive. It's just crazy.
It's a facade, man.
Yeah.
Facade,
yeah. So you just gotta have the sharpness to see through all that nonsense and stay focused, because there's a lot of smoke and mirrors. You know what I mean? To the point where you know, if you're not focused, you can't, you know what's real and fake, they look the same now. You know what I'm
If you're
saying?
not born in the 80s, I feel like they're all manufactured. You're right.
I guess we're
You're right. You're not one of the robots.
No, that's all good. I'll be a robot. I'll be a robot.
Nah,
they coming soon.
You know what it is though, too. Also, I feel like you was born and came up in a better time. That's how I feel, because back then a lot of how messed up the neighborhoods and all of that was, it took a toll on people's mental. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of people, you know, fell to drugs and, you know, all kind of other stuff. You know what I'm saying? Strong people, you know what I mean? The drugs took them down because all that stuff they was going through, you know, back in them rough eras. Like, you feel me? So
after the
not to saying it's not, you know, it's not poverty now, but you know, it's not pockets of poverty now, but it's just way more opportunities, way more ways for you to make money. That's legit, that you ain't gotta look over your shoulder. You feel me? Like, you know.
No, I hear you. I just believe, like, with that though, I feel like it's the family structure that messed up.
That's true too.
You know, that's really what's messing it up. You know what I'm saying? So you got kids watching kids, moms trying to be kids' friends. It's just dads too. Obviously, you see them riding around, he's doing shit. So it's like, that shit crazy. It's all messed up. And then people want to be the latest on social media. Ain't nobody focused. Ain't nobody. There's too many people.
And if they is focused, it's on the wrong shit.
Not real shit.
They might get the wrong aim. They might get the right aim, just the wrong target.
Yeah, but I think also that careers, businesses, and trades still pay.
Yeah,
for real.
Like they always been paying.
That's real.
So social media and all that don't have to be everybody's path. Because let me tell you something I noticed, right? The people that make the most money on social media as a whole, we're not talking about 5 individuals out of a group of people that make all this money. We're talking about like a nice, good majority, right?
Yeah.
A lot of people that make money on social media is professionals at what they do. They're a professional of some sort. They have some kind of skill set in real life that makes them money, and they just showing social, you know, what they do, the day in the life.
Yeah, and then the ones that can relate to it, they naturally
gravitate to it. If you looking like if you're going to get into a career, right? You should go on YouTube and look at other people that's doing your career right now.
Facts.
And then you can learn pros and cons from them, you know, get a good idea of what you're getting yourself into. You know, that wasn't around back then.
Power of the force.
Yeah, that wasn't around back then. You know what I mean? So
that's real though. That's real.
Yeah, so you have a lot more ways to you know, to really level up. You know what I mean? Because I'm gonna tell you right now, everybody jumping on social media, that's fine, right? Make sure you have your retirement and all of that set up and worked out. Because if you ain't got no job, you're not paying into Social Security. You probably don't even have a 401k.
Facts. So
Where
then
your
you're
health insurance coming
you're just
from?
gonna fade away into obscurity.
Exactly. Where your health insurance coming from?
Mm.
You know what I'm saying? What are you gonna look like 10, 20
You can't
years
even
from
make
now?
your way into Canada. They won't let you in.
I don't, you know. You see what
No,
I'm
I'm
saying?
just
Like,
talking about like if you wanted some free health care.
yeah, you know what I mean? Like, and then I heard like in COVID, people was going crazy because they home all day. I said I was glad to be home all day. Motherfucker grinding all day.
We were
I be home
outside
and getting
all our
paid.
lives.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I was glad for that little break. But
I actually got some privacy.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? But I think if you growing up in an era with way more opportunity on the table, way more money on the table, you just got to be focused enough, because right now in this era, the attack is on the mind. You know what I'm saying? Attack is on the mind. They take over your mind. They got you.
Not for real.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, your perspective, your thought process,
Yeah,
all that, bro. You can't let them invade it.
exactly. You know what I'm saying?
And it's crazy too because it just happens on a daily too. We be talking about calzones right now, bro. Them motherfuckers gonna show me calzones on my shit, man. I gotta go buy some calzones.
Yeah, start being.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So AG, how is it coming up in Cali right now in this era? Like, what you got your sights set on?
Well, right now, just trying to get into this music bag. You know what I'm saying? I was out in Vegas for a minute for like the past 3.5 years. Just trying to network out there and shit. But Vegas is a whole different beast in itself.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's kind of one of the places you just got to know the right people. And
yeah, it's very volatile. It's volatile. I'll say that because like there's a lot of activity and it's a hot spot for the industry, but then it's also like what I mean.
It's a lot of ego.
You gotta be tapped in.
That's really
like
if
a
you're
lot
not
of
tapped in,
gatekeepers
yeah,
on the scene. Like super gatekeepers on the scene.
So like, have you created like a lane for yourself to where people can know where you at and know, like, YouTube page, IG, TikTok, like, you know what I'm saying? Because these are real legit ways to get paid and get yourself known.
No, I hear you, dog. No, I haven't. I have a YouTube and I have a IG, but I haven't been on it, man. Just living life, bro. Trying to go,
gotta get
keep the money. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And so that shit costs, but I still be taking the time to put towards the craft though. So it's not like
I always looked at social media as like you gotta get it as a part of your routine, like when you go to the gym and shit.
Yeah,
like,
it gotta be a part of
you go to the gym, you're like, all right, I'm in it now. Boom, I'm working out, boom, boom, and it's part of my routine. And like the moment you stop, you're like, oh fuck, I gotta go back to the gym. Like it's just like social media is like, all right, you have to stay on it.
That's real shit, though.
Otherwise, like because you get out what you put in, right? And now it's a fight. It's a fight to get into algorithms. You know what I mean? Like, this is the fight to get into algorithms. So it's like posting, and now they even have criterias too, like to get into the algorithm. Like you got to post every day, or you got to do, there's like
criteria views through the whole reels. And
shit you feel me? Like so. And then
you gotta outwork everybody else.
Exactly.
Because you got streamers that be on this bitch for 12 hours a day.
Real.
You know what I'm saying? Like, gotta outwork, gotta outwork everybody else, you feel me? Or at least set aside some time where you can at least be consistent. You know what I'm saying? And get your name out there, you feel me? Because I think everybody wanted to blow up overnight, and I think the reality of you having to put that grind in is starting to settle in now, and now you're starting to see who really grinding and who really not grinding.
That's
real. That's real as fuck. It ain't nothing.
For real.
Can't even say nothing to that.
For real, you know what I'm saying?
You know what I mean? It's the natural filtration process, man. You know what I mean? And that's what makes me angry about music and the industry is like the filtration process, like who's good, who's not. It doesn't necessarily work like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's who's grinding. Who's grinding. Now, you grinding and you got talent.
Get in an algorithm.
Because I ain't gonna front. A lot of people, jump on his YouTube social media, and then when they go to the monetization section and they see the tiers they got to get through to get monetized, they're like, oh,
Facts.
it's a
See how
grind.
low on the totem pole the motherfucker is.
It's a grind, like, you know what I mean?
That's with anything though, everything's a grind. It's a whole new way to make some money.
Yeah,
I thought, yeah,
you know what I'm saying? It's definitely a grind. Word. So you dropping like mixtapes and stuff like that?
That's what I'm about to get into. I'm about to go into the
back
lab.
in the lab now.
That's what I'm saying. I'm in the lab more frequently now, so I'm on that shit right now. I'm trying to get.
What's fucked up too is like when COVID happens, right? And then we're getting into the lab and we're doing our thing, right? You know what I'm saying? And then like what's fucked up is like everybody goes this way, that way, and like being in the lab and working is the only way. It's the original way. Yeah, okay, we can do a lot. I'm gonna send you this beat, HE. I'm gonna send you the. We never stopped making music when we went this way and that way. But at the end of the day, it's like getting in there and locking in, and you know what I mean. Like you can hear that in the music.
Yeah,
you know what I'm
can
saying?
hear it in the music. See, this the thing, right? I feel like back then, the attention wasn't an artist that's popping at that time, whether it be 1, 2, 5, 10 hour artist that was popping. The attention was strictly on them, right? Now, because of social media and so many eyes, people can, everybody can be famous. Anybody can get on the screen, right? Mm-hmm. Now the attention is divided all over the place.
Yeah, and so the 15 minutes of fame turns into 15 seconds even.
15 seconds. You know what I mean? You got like YouTube when you've going through and they telling you read like certain things in YouTube and they showing you how to do it. They tell you, you got like the first 30 seconds to capture your audience.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? 15 to 30 seconds. You know what I mean? And then whatever skill set you got is what's lock them in. The quality of your content will lock them in for longer than that. So you can have somebody that has, let's say they got 5,000 subscribers, but if they only got 250 watch hours, that means ain't nobody watching their stuff.
Yeah.
They just look, subscribe, and don't watch nothing else from it. Yeah. And you got somebody with 500 subscribers.
Less for them.
Right? They got somebody with 500 subscribers. They got 5,000 watch hours. That means that small amount of people is watching the hell out of their shit. That's what matters to YouTube and social media. It's a numbers game, but they also want to know, are people really tuning into what you have to say? You know what I mean? So, that's the whole thing. The attention is split. So the only thing that's going to beat everybody's attention being everywhere else is if you're consistent. If people can count and say, oh, every Friday he's dropping something, or he's going to drop content, he's going to drop a single every Friday, 4 times a month, he's going to be here, so we're going to be here. You know what I mean? The viewers are looking for consistency. Quality, of course, but they're also looking for consistency. Because you'll have somebody that got a whole layout and people don't watch them as much because they're not consistent. But then you got somebody just get out their bed, snot in their nose and eye, and they just jump on the phone and talk about the latest thing that's trending, and everybody watching them.
Yeah, no, I hear you.
Because they're consistent. They do it every single day, 2-3 times a day. You feel what I'm saying? So I think it's the consistency that's going to outshine everybody else, even if you're not that talented. You feel me? Because talent can only go so far if you ain't really in the grind, huh?
I'm with you on that, bro.
Yeah, talent can only go so far if you ain't really in the grind.
That's real.
I mean, because we done seen so many motherfuckers that understands the grind, but they're not even talented, and they make something out of nothing.
Exactly.
Command you, lights.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? So, that's what it come down to. Because there's rappers that's not so great of a rapper, but they so consistent that you like, damn, let me hear what they got, what they talking about. You know what I'm saying? Even if you're not even a fan of them. They just in your face all the time. So like, well, let me just click.
But then too, they also be in the right circles too. You also got to go into these parties and shit. I've seen rappers who I see are big now, and I've seen like in the documentaries, and they over there chilling behind the scenes, just waiting for their turn. So it's like I feel like that's more powerful than just having to constantly just throw down people's throat your content.
I'm gonna show
That's
you.
just me. You know what I'm saying?
Well, okay,
I got something for that.
but
Go ahead, Bogey.
Okay, go ahead.
No, go ahead, Bogey.
Oh no, I was gonna say, see, that's when you build the allure, right? And that's where the cosign used to be a thing. Like, all right, look, y'all, I got this artist. Let me show you a little sneak peek, right?
Yeah.
But then because that cosign is from an artist who's already popping, you feel me? So it's like, here's this next motherfucker, and you start, it doesn't seem like you're force feeding them something. And that's what it is a lot of times to me. Like, whenever something's trending, it's being force fed to us. So we get to, okay, all right, this is cool. And 9 times out of 10, it's not that tight, right?
Yeah.
But then, you know what I'm saying? There's the one-off event that there is something that's dope trending, and it's actually, some hip hop, like with some lyrical content, but then there's something tied to it, some controversy, like Joey Badass this year, right? Joey Badass, he had like a grande rollout for his album because he was just like beefing with hella people. And then
Joe, no, I'm gonna tell you what Joey Badass did. Joey Badass took the momentum from Power and transferred it into the music. Because he been grinding music. Music was his first love. That's how he got known. But he was never a mainstream artist. But he had such a big body of work that people worked with him regardless behind the scenes, and he was still dropping music. That's what brought opportunities to his plate. And he used that opportunity with Fifth to transfer into the music and show, let me show him where I'm at lyrically at this level right now.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
He had a hell of a year too.
No, for sure.
And like I enjoyed that because it was like we're having like actual rapping. You feel me? Like in the mainstream attention wise, right? Like I love Griselda and them. They're hella dope. They're not gonna trend. You know what I'm saying? They have a cult following. So it's just dope when people go, "Oh, this is rap." Like, motherfuckers don't even know what rap is, bro. They think, or hip hop. It's like, oh, it's all pop. Even
But
you know what I mean?
let me show you something about what AG was talking about networking. Show you something real fast. Shout out to Bag Fuel, SO Heineken, and the whole 9 over there.
But stuff about the merch game, because Griselda's big on the merch game. You're affiliated with them. Tell me about the hustle you put down with the merch game.
Man, it was like soon as I started like realizing that I could actually make some money off the talent, I said, I'm gonna put my all into this. And when you got hustle, easy to find avenues, man, to make money. Once you get that hustle mentality, you all right. You know what I'm saying? So I just had to walk away from anything that was deteriorating me or distracting me from focusing on my God-given talent. You know what I'm saying? Once I did that, it was like, but it's like, this ain't no shit that you could do both of. You got to do this. Like, to the people that's out there, like this rap shit is not nothing that you could do and think you could do something else. You can't play 2 sports at the same time. You could probably play 2 sports, but you can't do it at the same time. I don't know no athlete that played 2 sports at the same time.
And I'm gonna tell you, just real quick, there's somebody that feed his whole family off of rap and doing good off of rap. More than some of these dudes that be in your face every day.
It's only 2.
It was
Deion and Bo Jackson. They won
at the same time.
Well, they left baseball.
They left and then went. I'm talking about the same time, bro. I'm talking about the same.
I got the lingo.
Listen, we're talking about the same time. You got to focus on one sport at that time because you got to wake up and dedicate yourself to that. And that's what this is. This is a sport.
Let me ask you this then. The same time. This is gonna be a weird question. Was it hard finding ways to make
money off the music and the merch at the same time? Did it conflict? Did it marry properly?
Yeah, man. Once you got a few fans, you got a career.
Mm-hmm.
See, these people don't understand. Y'all looking to make a hit and get signed and get famous when all you gotta do is get a few people that actually like you, and then you can start supplementing whatever income you was focusing on or getting from anywhere else. You don't need a bunch of fans in order to make a living for yourself. You need a bunch of fans to feed everybody else. You understand? But just to feed you, you don't need that many people. Like if you was in the streets and you had a phone hitting, there wasn't that many people calling your phone and shit.
That's a fact.
It wasn't that many people coming by your, let's just be honest though. It wasn't that many people coming by your place of business, but you still was surviving and maintaining. This is the same shit. You don't need 1 million of people to make $1 million. You understand? So, once I realized that I could get $1 from a person, that's all I needed to see. Let me just provide the service and make sure, because if it's few people that's willing to spend some money with me, it's 1 million people that would.
Outside of this,
right? You know what I'm saying? So it's and the marketplace is bigger than any street shit that could be offered.
Because one of the
You know what I mean?
the things people are having trouble with is finding ways to make money off music. Do you have an understanding or a system?
Well, the system is how you gonna make music? How you gonna make money off music if you don't know who you're making the music for?
That's one. I mean, from a
this is you providing a service, ain't you? So what is your service? How am I supposed to come to your store? What is your store? What am I coming to your store for? You just rap? Oh, you make club songs, you make bitch songs, you make this song, you make that. But what is you giving me that I can't get from them? What's the reason I'm gonna come to you? That's the first thing. You know who you rapping for.
And that's why a lot of these dudes is stuck in rap and they not making money off of rap. Because who the hell they rapping for? When drill got popular, that was the drill for the drillers and the street cats. Now everybody want to go drill. You know what I'm saying? Then when the sing rap became popular, everybody want to go sing rap. Who are you making music for? You know what I'm saying? Because I can hear your sound. I can hear your sound from 20 different dudes over here. But I can't hear 38 Special in the majority of these dudes that make music. You know what I'm saying? So I got to go to him for that. I can't hear Griselda. I can't hear Jay Worthy and them in a lot of these cats that's out right now. So I got to go to them for that. You feel me? Oh, so that's what he's talking about.
Separate yourself from what they doing. Don't follow the waves. Add something. Make a motherfucker have to come to you. Right? That's the first thing. It ain't just making the music. Provide a service. Be a service. And then you'll grow from there.
That's what Fresher said too. Be of service. How can I be of service to you?
So once you do that, you putting yourself in a position for people to actually come and spend money for you, just like any other service or any other business. But that's what it is. Like, people don't understand how to make money off their music because they all over the place with their music. It's all boiled back
because
down.
They're not looking, but 38.
And then, look, and this the crazy thing, right? Like, I used to love to buy albums back in the days, like the physical copy. You know what I mean? In this era, I got some digital stuff that I bought, but better believe if I bought something digitally, they earned that $12.99 or whatever I paid for that, because they earned that.
Yeah, real shit.
They providing what I want to hear. You see what I'm saying? At a certain level. I'm not buying your music if you sound like 80% of these rappers out there that's jumping on here and not saying nothing. Now, don't get it twisted. I like club joints. I like joints, R&B joints. I like all that too. You feel me? But you gotta really, like, when I go to Chris Brown's store, I know what I'm getting.
Yeah,
I know I'm gonna get I know I'm gonna get something to vibe out with my shorty when I'm going to the beach or when I'm going out to go eat. You know what I'm saying? Something, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
I know what I'm getting from that store. You know what I'm saying? When I go to Kendrick, I know I can hear some poetic shit. You see what I'm saying? When I go to Drake's store, I can hear some stuff for the ladies. You know what I'm saying? Some super what they call it, super transparent music. Because he used to be transparent for the men. So he spoke a lot of how the men felt, but never said it.
Exactly.
You feel me? That's what his coin was. He got to get back to that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
So
we got to get back to the fucking roots, bro. History repeats itself, though.
What does your store carry as an artist? What do you got in your store that I can't get from other stores? You feel me?
You know what's cool about that analogy? We're getting back to mom and pop stores now.
Pretty much. Because I'm only supporting good music, bro. I don't care if it's rap, R&B, you know what I'm saying? Whatever. You know what I'm saying? If it's good music, I mess with it. But if it's whack, I'm not giving them my money. I work too hard for this money to be given away to some goofy that's not going to provide me with what I'm looking for.
That's
you know what I'm saying?
It's with like the hip hop genre too. It's like it's like actually like an art versus like art imitating life. Now they don't give a fuck about if it's real.
Yeah, you got to trick.
Know what I mean?
You know what I noticed with artists now these days? They got to trick people into spending their money.
Facts.
You know what I mean? Because you would be like, okay, buy this artist album because his social media is popping. He's popping. He's all over the internet. Then when I buy his album, it's trash. So what all the numbers meant?
Yeah,
it didn't mean nothing to me because his product was garbage. You know what I'm saying? Like, you ever bought something from somewhere and you went home and you felt like you got
disappointed
because the quality was so trash?
Yeah. I mean, that's
that's where we at right now. You got females even like, yo, these niggas ain't rap about nothing. When somebody tell me they rap, man, I'll be like, yo, what's the next subject, bro? Like,
to be honest with you, the females going harder than the guys right now.
Facts.
I'll be honest with you, they holding it
because
down.
they understood what it takes to get them that money. You gotta make stuff that people like to hear.
They're the ones that can make the money out of rap for real too, because like, you know what I mean, they're the ones that all a lot of them real life individuals that are that live the life getting money, they're spending it on these bitches.
Exactly.
And then another thing too, they have the ability to create a vibe. You know what I'm saying? You know, so that's
everybody
the thing.
loves vagina.
But it's not just that. But look, it's not just that.
Create the vibe. Tell me though, we go to the club because we want to see the bad bitches.
Let me tell you something. I don't care how good you look. If your music trash, I'm not listening to you.
Facts.
I don't care how good you look. I'll look at your IG, but I'm not listening to your music. You ain't gonna poison my ears.
When we hear it enough, and it's something I know of, and then I see the artist, I go, oh, that guy annoys me. Then they go, oh, he made that one song. I go, oh my God, I love that song.
I'd be like, word, okay. I'd be like, word, okay, what we eating today?
I go, oh, shit, I love that song. It's been like, I've been brainwashed by it.
Yeah, I don't even do the brainwashing. They playing a song 10, I turn that shit off. You're not doing that. You're not doing that with me. You're not doing that with me. You know what I'm saying?
That is true.
You know, but look at this right here now.
They not looking to make money. They looking to get popular. They looking to gain clout and hope that the money's coming. See, you're working towards the money. That's not what they're doing. They thinking that this craft is just, and the money's just gonna magically fall out the air because they make a hot record.
And sometimes that might happen, but that ain't the motto for you to follow. You know what I'm saying?
And it ain't happening. You know why it ain't a motto for you to follow? Because it ain't happening for everybody like that.
Yeah, for real.
That's why so many broke rappers now.
But that's like gambling and shit.
They're chasing a 20
More or less.
Mm-hmm.
You provide a service for your people, and you'll be all right. Like, that's how you make money off your music. Identifying who you targeting, then feed them.
Once you got that fan base, how do you distribute that music to where it makes sense? You're getting
that shit is the simplest shit in the world. You know what I mean? It's like once you get a fan base, you know,
just tell them where to go.
Get with a distributor. You know what I'm saying? And distribute your music. It's really that simple and shit. You know, I'm gonna be providing all the services because I know it's a lot of people out there that don't really understand. And I'm gonna be providing all the services and shit at my website, The Trust Station. Y'all be able to click on there, you know, and be able to get all the services and see all the services that I provide, from, you know, consulting to actually, you know, producing, production, you know, artist development.
When you a liaison, you
it
hook
doesn't
people
just
up
happen.
with media people and all that stuff.
I think that
You a
distribution
liaison.
lingo too, because that's the one thing, you know, we have spoken about. People are really trying to see how they can get their music out to the masses where it matters, and they're seeing a return on their, you know, work.
Yeah, you gotta realize, man, like I said, it really just start organically. People be trying to like skip past shit. Like, you know, even if, you know, you first put the music out there. You know what I mean? A lot of artists be making music.
Yo,
That's the
that
main
makes no
artist.
sense to
That's
me.
the main problem for artists. Y'all sitting on things that could gain y'all some fans.
You know why they do that though, right?
Why?
They're afraid of the criticism.
Oh yeah, they're afraid of the criticism.
Then this,
see what I'm saying?
That's
You know.
good. Yeah, that's a good statement. I know.
Yeah, you know, check that interview out. You know what I mean? Shout them out. Shout out to Bag Fuel. You know what I'm saying? You know, some
Big up.
But yeah, but that's what I'm saying. Like you got like Griselda, they created a whole grind for themselves, so they don't give a damn about what's popping right now. As long as they drop what they drop and people know how to go get their stuff, they good. They gonna keep making money. They gonna keep doing shows. They gonna keep moving albums. I try to look for
concentrated target market share.
Concentrated target market. I was looking for the vinyl for the 38 Special, the Stabs and Shot Volume 2. Sold out. Before the joint even dropped, if the pre-orders were sold out for vinyls.
Yes, because now we're talking about like collectors even now.
Yeah. Exactly.
We're not just talking, that's a different type of fan. Like they're a fan of a music that they're actually gonna collect it. Let alone the people that are just collectors too, where they go, oh, this is good. I need to have one of these. Even if they're not necessarily a fan.
Bro, you go to the Benny site. I was looking for the Butcher shirts, sold out. I'm looking for the West Side Gun merch, sold out. I'm looking for the vinyls for the joints. They got a couple left, but most of the current joints is sold out. You know what I'm saying? Kendrick Lamar vinyl, sold out.
Oh, that shit gone.
That shit gone. You know what I'm saying? So you got to get in the lane where people is fucking with you because they like you. Not because somebody tricked them into liking you. You know what I'm saying? You know, you don't need.
I'm gonna come out with action figures once they love me.
Yeah, like you don't need a whole lot of fans. Cause I see people go on this social media stuff and they do all kind of crazy shit to get their numbers up. And I'd be like, okay, what you gonna do after you done? How you gonna transition that to consistent money?
No.
You know what I'm saying? Because you all over the place. You feel me?
You know what's crazy? What worked back in the days was the inaccessibility. We didn't have access to our favorites back in the days.
Yeah, but this is where we at right now. So we gotta adjust to how the game is right now. Some things we can't even look at. Yeah, because the game evolves. So some things we can't even look at. Oh, it used to be like this. It used to be like that. Some things evolve to what they at, and you gotta, you know, the structure. You know, it's gonna be some additions to that structure. You feel me?
Here's why I brought this up.
But chasing fame and not no bread, that ain't it, bro. And that's what social media got a lot of people doing.
Clout, like, you know, I can't go to McDonald's and get a Big Mac meal with clout, bro.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can. What are you talking about? That's gonna generate.
Tell me, youngster.
No, you can't. I mean, it depends how big you are. You gotta be mainstream.
No, okay. But
you gotta be main.
My point is, like, currency is currency.
Yeah.
Right? Currency is not subjective. I mean, I guess you can, but I'm not going to go there. Currency is greenbacks, it's money, it's, you know, what we use to get by. So, like, the clout is not going to ever. People will do things for clout because they think that it'll get them these American greenbacks, right? But even when it doesn't, the clout that they might achieve for whatever stupid viral shit that they do that or they're a part of, then they try to replicate that over and over again. And see, here's the thing too, is like identity.
Let me tell you
and
something.
knowing who you are goes a long way. Authenticity. You know what I'm saying?
Let me tell you something, man. Clout get you fans, not supporters.
Ooh.
All right. Fans, you know, they gonna mess with you as long as you pop. And supporters gonna mess with you whether you pop, when you popular that year, you're not popular the next year, but you still providing what they need. They coming to you for that. You know what I'm saying? That's a supporter. A fan is liable to like you today and hate you tomorrow. A supporter is gonna stick there and they're gonna rock with you as long as you providing what they came there for. You know what I'm saying? So that's the thing, you feel me? So chasing clout, you know what I'm saying, it's not necessarily gonna get you rich. The people who got the most clout out here, they have something else that got them that clout. Some kind of talent, some kind of skill set that got them popular.
Yeah,
You know what I mean?
they had. I think we've been living. We're probably about like 10 years plus into the niche era. Is that what they call it?
Yeah, niche.
When you have a niche.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, because that's also like something that'll make you like significant, something that makes you innovative, makes you stand out. But the moment you have something niche, everyone copies and pastes it.
That's exactly what's going on.
And then it becomes saturated. And like, so like even originality only lasts so long before someone reinvents what you're doing, because like this is a wave you created, right? And I will still always stand by the wave starters, not the wave writers, right?
They could duplicate your wave, but they can't duplicate you.
There it is.
Exactly. Yeah.
Let me say, I heard motherfuckers saying they made Hov. Well, make Hov say, okay, well, make another Hov.
Make another Hov.
They ain't been another Hov since. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, at the end of the day, like, you know, if you got a skill set and you provide a service for, you know, you provide the stuff that people want to hear, then, you know, they gonna come back and mess with you. Yeah.
101.
Yeah, strive to be who you are. How about
Because
that?
I'm gonna tell you this, right? I like Joey Fats for a long time. I still mess with his music. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Now, he never got the mainstream success that I felt like he deserved, right? But he got, you know, he got some clout. He got some interviews. His music is out there, whatever. Yep. People mess with him so much that son didn't even do music for years. He started a clothing brand, and everybody went from the music to the clothing brand.
Easily.
That's the difference between supporters and fans. The minute you do something wrong that a fan don't like, they gone. A supporter, oh, he ain't doing music, but he got some dope clothes. And he still dropped music in between, but it ain't his full-time grind like it was before. But the music got him to that point.
You ain't lying, bro.
It's like Vince Staples started off with music, because Joey Fats and Vince Staples, they cousins.
Yeah.
Vince Staples started off with music. Now he on Netflix. But the music got him there. You know what I'm saying? The same fans that rock with him with the music, with Casey Veggies, and he messing with some guys, Mac Miller and all them, you know what I mean? You know, they was all messing with each other. Tyler and all them. That same fan base that got him there, they went right over to Netflix to watch this movie. I mean his show. I can't wait for series 2 because it's fire. You know what I'm saying? So
yeah,
you know, but you know, they were underdogs for a minute. You know what I'm saying? I bet you their bank account. I bet you their bank account don't reflect that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I bet you their bank account don't look like an underdog bank account. You know what I mean? Like,
don't know.
You know?
Because most of the mainstream casts that are pushed to the forefront that have deals and shit, they don't have the money like that. Like, you know what I mean? They, you know,
first
they're
of all, a lot of them are signed to deals where they're getting jerked.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they need those deals, but they not.
Yeah, because wherever they're at in life at that moment.
Yeah, I get it, but you got it. But see, once you sign a deal, most of the times if we ain't got no money, and you ain't got no negotiating power. Like no, it's not that. If you have something of value to where you can negotiate better, then you good. But if you don't have nothing of value, you come in with rabbit ears and no real work out there, but you got the talent. Now you start, they gonna give you the money, but you're gonna start off in the red. Now you gotta hustle your way from the red into the green. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And a lot of them artists don't make it out the red. They get stuck in the red.
And this is why I think it's gonna be like a clear divide between the art, the music that's being pumped, and then the music that the people are gravitating to that organically is catching fire, and that version of music is going to be the real art. You know what I'm saying? Versus the manufactured pop shit that they're going to keep pumping into the zeitgeist. Versus the shit that'll organically catch fire. You know what I mean?
My thing is this, right? If you go into the record label for a loan, right? If you got some okay credit, why can't you just go?
You said a loan, even.
Yeah, you going there for a loan and for marketing. That's it. Marketing. The record labels do three things: they give you a loan, they market you, and they distribute your product. And the record labels don't even do the distribution. That's the distribution label. You know what I'm saying? And the marketing and distribution is like both parties. Yeah, but both parties market. Both parties market. You know what I'm saying? But not both of them do distribution. And the record labels give you the loan. So it's like if you got some decent credit and you can go to a bank or to a company that will give you a loan. There's a bunch of them out there. Why can't you take the loan out yourself and put it behind your project and just pay the loan off slow while you grinding, while you putting your stuff together? Because you're gonna do the same thing with a record label.
I never thought of that, bro. That's a fucking brilliant fucking plan.
You forgot Mac Miller? Mac Miller went.
I didn't know he did.
Mac Miller got a loan and took the loan out and put it behind his music. That's why he stayed independent for so long. You have to have funding to stay independent for a long time.
Yeah, he started making real bread. He's like, oh,
by the time they came to him for a deal, the offer was $30 million.
Yeah, just to give him a deal because he was like, why take a deal? It better be something like that.
Exactly. You feel me? So that's what it is, man. But yo, it's been real chopping it up with y'all. You know what I'm saying? We've been on here for about an hour and a half. You know what I'm saying? Bogey, where can they find you at?
Man, you already know Bogart Scot-Free anywhere you consume your music. Apple, Spotify, Tidal, YouTube, things of that nature. Also, Gen Wealth Net on YouTube. You know what I mean? Go ahead and find us, sub up, fantasy football content, music content, OJ and the Buck for breakfast, digital newspaper shit. You feel me? Let's go.
Yes, sir. AG, where can they find you? Where do people find
you can find me on Instagram, the real AG 702. I'm trying to get the YouTube popping and shit. I just got to, consistency. That shit just AG though, just straight up AG.
On the tube?
You got that channel?
I was able to get that, yeah.
Okay, I see. Damn.
I think I had to put like a dot though or something like that. Like AG, you know what I'm saying? They had to cheat a little bit.
Yeah, got it.
No,
all right, so on the tube is AG dot.
So it's A.G.
Okay,
A.G. Okay, so it's A.G. on YouTube, and on the gram is the real AG 702, right?
Yes, sir. Yup.
Yes, sir. This we could catch, you know what I'm saying, the homie music and shit. Represent from Inglewood, California. You feel me?
Run it up. Let's get it.
You already know, man. And you catch me on the Fans Perspective right here on YouTube. See y'all boys next week. Peace.
Appreciate it, y'all.
Peace.
All right. Yeah, I had to.